Oh hey! Didn't see you there. Today we're playing a spoopy, scary series of Until Dawn. So if you are under the age of 17 or you don't like watching horror games, please don't watch this episode. But otherwise, please enjoy.
That could be a lot of things. None of them nice.
Quit it.
Here's our one-way ticket to the spirit realm.
I've just been through enough spooking for one night, okay? I see a hot bath in my crystal ball. So have fun.
Oh, we can do this! Jessica! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Shit.
There is one individual we're considering as a person of interest, but his whereabouts are currently unknown.
You know, there is still the old sanatorium on the mountain. Could he be hiding there?
Hi guys, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Calebrated Gamer. Today we are back into Until Dawn. Now before we begin our game, and before I get too far in it, I've got a little bit of a crazy game theory I want to drop on you guys. Even though, you know, this game is like, what, 3 years old now? I'm gonna reveal the plot to you before it even happens. No, I'm just kidding. But okay, here's the thing though. After the last episode I recorded, William asked me to kind of think back to what I had seen so far. He didn't reveal anything to me. I want to restate that. I mentioned that at the beginning of this game, that I stayed as blind to this game as possible. Now, I haven't seen any playthroughs of this game. I saw like an episode or two of the beginning of like Markiplier, but I stopped playing till about by the time the kids got to the lodge. Like, I did not want to reveal anything in this game because I knew right off the bat that this was a game that I wanted to play on the channel. And even though this game's been out for a while, anything go, I'm sure plenty of people have seen it because I even think William mentioned that they had a game theory about this game or something, like, or at least that people have theorized. Anyway, here's what I think is the situation up here on this mountain here. Okay, so let's kind of follow the clues, right? I gotta get my thoughts in order. Okay, so the game says on the back of the box that you can save all 8 friends. It specifically says that the lives and deaths of the 8 friends are entirely up to you. That includes every character that we played as so far, and even a few that we haven't played as so far, which... Okay, here's another thing entirely. We haven't played as Josh yet. I'm not saying that Josh is the villain, but hear me out. Okay, so here's the thing. One of the clues that I revealed in the last episode that I found on my third playthrough was the fact that Josh's dad, Mr. Washington, was a director of a movie. That means he's very based in understanding what makes a Hollywood picture happen. Props, special effects. More specifically, he was a director of a horror film. Okay, so now the Washingtons are filthy, stinking rich on a mountain and a lodge that has Ouija boards and monk outfits. I'm not saying the Washingtons are part of the occult. I'm saying they're the part of Hollywood, which is worse because they have all this money and all these props that they could easily trick people with them for movie's sake. Now, what if Josh being sawed in half and not being able to avoid that was a trick? And at first, I thought that same thing. I was like, this can't be real. There has to be something more to this. And I thought more of the supernatural side. And I'm not saying that Josh is behind it, but what if someone was tricking us into believe that Josh was sawed in half when really it was just one of the horror movie, like, you know, tricks of the eye, like something, you know. Okay, and here's the thing. One thing that does lead me to believe that Josh might be behind it is the fact that Josh this whole time didn't once say, hey, you guys killed my sisters, because they totally did. But instead he's been like, I just want to forget about it. Let's all have fun here on the mountain. I'm just glad you guys could all show up. And that's just a little eerie, because like if you're focused on the, so okay, another theory. There's a lot of dots here I have to connect, okay? I know this is not the gameplay that y'all were hoping to see, but just skip to this time if you wanna see the actual game. That's fine. All right. This is good theory, so hear me out. There's a Wendigo haunting them on the mountain. All right, so here's how I got to that conclusion. So I'm pretty sure that I was already spoiled previously, not by William or Josh, but just previously in general, by the fact that there's a monster on the mountain and that it's a Wendigo. Now, I was able to piece together the fact that most likely it is very much a Wendigo because I watched the show Supernatural. Now, in case you guys have never seen Supernatural, it's really good. It's by CW. Go check it out. It's awesome. It's all on Netflix, including the new season. It's at least worth a watch for the first season because the very first episode, or maybe even the second episode, one of the first episodes of the first season, the Winchester brothers hunt and deal with a Wendigo. A Wendigo is a creature that once was human and had to eat another human, resort to cannibalism to survive. Well, eating the other human basically gave him superhuman powers, gave him super speed, super strength, like able to like mimic voices, I'm pretty sure was one of the abilities and stuff, you know, just like terrifying things. Well, as it also gave them extended life, letting them live for many, many, many years. Now, if that's the case, as they continue to eat humans to stay alive and to gain these powers, they became less and less human themselves, becoming more like a monster. And that's when the Wendigo comes about. Now, something I want to point out is that from the very beginning of the game, I pointed out the fact that, or maybe I didn't say it out loud, but I was thinking this, the fact that the guy with the flamethrower, I never once thought he was a bad guy. I never once thought that he was the mystery man. I knew, okay, he is the mystery man, but I don't think he's the villainous mystery man that the game's trying to lead you to believe that he is. He I mean, obviously even reached out his hand to try to save Hannah and Beth at the very beginning of the game. Like, you know, it wasn't a thing of like he was doing that to like do terrible things to the girls. He was doing that to save them. Now here's another thing, and my sweaty hair is just adding to how crazy I look. Here's another thing that points to the Wendigo theory, is the fact that this man is toting around not only heat-seeking goggles to be able to see where the Wendigo is, but more specifically is toting around a flamethrower. And guess what is the one thing that can kill a Wendigo? And you guessed it, it's a flamethrower. So I'm not saying that there's a terrifying hell beast that once was human lurk in the mountains, and this dude is spending all of his days hunting Wendigo with his flamethrower, but that's exactly what's happening. And so that is the part of the story that I'm pretty sure I 100% have narrowed down for the fact of the fact that I was already spoiled to the fact that there was a monster on the mountain. This game flat out tells you there's something supernatural on the mountain, okay? So that alone, you know, yes, okay, there's a monster in the mountain. You can piece that together. The fact that specifically Wendigo was already kind of spoiled to me previously, I'm pretty positive if I remember correctly. Either way, I was still able to piece together the fact that it would be a Wendigo. It moved unbelievably fast when it pulled that deer away, or that elk, earlier in the game. It chased after them easily. It was able to see them like through the walls, like, I mean, like, or through the window with heat-seeking. It's gotta be. It's gotta be Wendigo. It's gotta be. And so the point is, I'm pretty sure Josh isn't dead. Now, whether Josh is getting back at the others, or whether something else is happening here, that's a different story. Now, here's another theory I just thought of before I start playing. What if there's the dude on the mountain hunting the Wendigo, right? There's the dude in the skull mask that went after Ashley. Wait, no, never mind. Doesn't make sense. I was gonna say, what if Josh really was pulling a prank and like sawed himself in half as a joke to get back at them for like killing his sisters? But that, for one, doesn't make any sense because the goon with the skull mask drug away Ashley and she ended up with him. So either A, the dude in the skull mask and Josh are working together, or B, Josh is completely innocent and he's still the victim here. And I'm not saying that Josh is a mastermind villain. He could be just a victim of some really freaking bad circumstances. I mean, his sister's died one time, he's sawed in half another time, you know, like, really bad Monday. But, like, I don't know what to expect for that part. That's the part I'm still a little fuzzy on. But I'm pretty sure this dude that we're walking to the insane asylum of is on the up and up. So maybe he's about to prove me wrong, but I'm actually going to go in here kind of under the mindset that this dude is okie dokie with me. Not okie dokie like dokie dokie, but okie dokie like okie dokie smoky. You know what I mean. Ugh. Okay. You can hear the wolves howling on the inside because they smell fresh meats. My meats! Normally I'd be fine with feeding doggies, but I'm not too keen on it right now.
Non-meat.
Non-meat.
Stop talking about your meat.
What does it irk you? Oh, another totem. Hot dog! Alright, here we go. That's a victory totem, right? Fortune totem. Matt heard something knocking in a seemed to be like some sort of locked door. So we got to remember, if Matt hears that, it's a good thing. That's the thing. That's the thing that I love the totem. I love the totem idea, and I hope they keep something similar when the Until Dawn creators, Supermassive Games, when they make new games. I hope they keep something similar to that, because sometimes you hear something and your first reaction is, I gotta get out of here. I gotta run. Like there's a scary noise. Don't want to deal with that. Sometimes your mentality is, that's someone who needs my help.
Previous place on planet Earth.
Condemned. It is deemed unlawful for any person to use or occupy this structure forthwith. June 12th, 1954. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure this game came out after 1954, so I'm pretty sure that this building is very old. Now, your PlayStation 4 Classic. Back in the 1950s. Oh, this is a door that the dude locked earlier. Now, I don't know why I'm grabbing it with my bare hands, because obviously he locked it. Oh no, he didn't lock it. This is stupid. Why am I entering through this way? He walked up to this door and did something. I should... Even if I think this dude's a good guy, I'm not gonna sneak into his mansion with his wolves. So, okay. Besides the fact that this place is terrifying, and the dude is terrifying, and the fact that this place looks like a murder den as well, I still believe that this guy is a good guy. However, I also still believe that I could just as easily die here as anywhere else, so I'm still... Wait, hold on, I'm sorry. What was that? There's just a slight little animation, like they want to show how powerful this game is by having your character step over the item if you walk towards it. But it didn't quite look right. That's okay. I don't fault him. Like I said, this game is old, and this game is old, but I'm playing it like it's a brand new game, and it might as well be because I'm still pretty blind to it. And I don't tell me in the comments down below how close or how far I was from the truth when I was dropping the truth bombs on you earlier. Just leave me in the dark like I am right now, because I would much rather figure it out on my own than be spoiled to it anymore. Now, what do I do? Yeah, look up, you bungo. How do I get up there? Where do I go? Yeah, let me spend the first 10 minutes, like, you know, talking about how crazy I am, and then spend the next 10 minutes stuck in a basement. And that'd be good Let's Playing. Because I'm a professional. Let's see here. Maybe there's something more to this murder den. Oh, that's a place I can go. Goody. Is that a key? So there's something in the keyhole. Certainly something over here. Did I want to do that? Okay, guess I'm pushing the oil drum now. I know oil drums are named that because, you know, typically they have oil in them, but what are they called when they don't have oil in them? Blood drums? These are the questions. Hey, another totem. I'm holding it upside down. Does that mean the vision's gonna be upside down? Yeah! Oh my god, what was that? That was what? What was that? Ah! Hold on, wait, one more time. Ah! Okay, so this is obviously not Mike's death because it's a lost totem, which means it's someone else. But some sort of creature just smashes the face in of someone else. If I had to guess, yeah, that is most certainly Matt, because you can see his designer Letterman jacket. Ah! Okay, so Emily gets burned alive and Matt gets his face beat in by a hellspawn. That's That's good. We're on the right track. All right. Time to climb this blood drum and get on up to the second floor. Wait, didn't we climb down from the second floor? So why are we climbing back up? Philosophy game. It's okay. I think this is a different area. No, that's the window we came in. I'm so confused. Did we? No. Oh, I get it. The walkway was further from the window. We wouldn't have been able to make that jump. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. Game still makes sense. There was one moment in the game that made me laugh, and you guys saw it in a... Oh, actually... Oh, I don't think y'all saw it, because I think I skipped it. It was during the run and gun scene where I was chasing after Jessica, and I did all the risky stuff. There's this one point in time where last time I had climbed down instead of risking jumping down. But when I climbed down, his lamp phased through the rock, and the game just totally, like, let it happen. And the reason I can't let that go and the reason I can't let that slide is the fact that this game is one big cutscene. So if something looks wrong, that's not the gamer's fault. That's the game's fault. And the fact that the lamp just phases through the rock because the animation wasn't connecting, you know, like, I just think that's funny. And I can't blame them. It's a great game. Okay. So I think this is actually right about where that totem is with the wolves. Though I'm not sure. Oh, this game's creepy. Okay. Sweet. Alright. I ain't afraid of no wolves. Na 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 na. It's locked. It's a good thing he's worried about house security. Oh. It's most certainly locked. Is that an alarm? I don't think I want to touch that. Chapel security pass required. Why would there need to be a security pass for the chapel? We're tired of those pesky kids drinking all the communion wine. Gotta get a card. Get them to swipe in. Like, I don't know. Like, why would you need a security pass? Like, there's a difference between having a key to lock up a chapel and having, like, you know, a security badge. I don't know. I think it's a little excessive, but it's alright. Whatever. There had to have been reasons, right? We're sick and tired of those kids hiding behind the pews and scaring little old ladies with big goofy hats. Then the big goofy hat goes everywhere. You gotta pick it all up. It's a mess. Admin. Who's admin? Oh, what's this say? Sanatorium. Now, okay, so Blackwood Pines Sanatorium opened 1922. Min sana and corpora sano. Mean crazy is crazy. That's what that means. So we've already pointed out the fact that there's a sanatorium on the mountain and that this is it. This is basically like the Outlast. This is Outlast. That's all this is. If people were still alive around here, it would be Outlast. If there wasn't a demon running around on the mountain. Then again, Mount Outlast kind of had the same thing, so never mind. This is Outlast.
Someone really wanted to take a peek inside.
Okay, so wait. Am I about to... That's gonna break you, moron. Maybe not. Maybe you're smarter than me. Yeah. Oh, he is! Good job, buddy. Thought that was gonna... Don't reach for the money. Oh, wait. It's not money. 30 clocking in cards. What did that say? Well, you put it back before I could see it. A batch of 30 clocking in cards from the mine locked away in a safe. That means there were 30 miners trapped in the mine. Oh, wow. So we already know that there was some big incident that happened in the mine, and from the map we saw earlier, it's probably pointing to the fact that there was a huge cave-in in the mine that, you know, trapped a lot of miners in there. Now that goes back to the Wendigo thing. If Wendigos are humans that had to eat other humans to survive and ended up getting supernatural powers, that would make sense with the miner situation because, you know, what better way to... you know, create a Wendigo than to have a bunch of miners trapped in a cave having to eat each other to stay alive. Anyway. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. The whole Josh being a master villain, though, I'm fine with that being wrong. The lens of the camera is smashed. It looks like someone did this on purpose. Now, I'm pretty sure Josh is still alive. Even now that I remember the fact that his dad not only owns this mountain and everything on the mountain is basically his, but the fact that, you know, he was a director of a horror movie, that alone makes me think that the murder shed was basically one big prop. It was meant for a horror movie. It wasn't meant to kill anyone. Now, I don't know. I mean, maybe Josh passed out because he was so terrified. Maybe someone else was behind it, and the fact that Josh played along was on accident. That could very well be true. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the game at all. I would say that that's probably most likely what is happening here. Either way, I don't think Josh is dead. That's the main point I want to make. A reporter from Alberta Bugle was assaulted and hospitalized yesterday by security personnel at Blackwood Sanatorium. Chuck Bernstein, a senior news reporter, was seeking an interview with the miners dramatically rescued on Tuesday. The men had been trapped underground for over 3 weeks after structural collapse. Jefferson Bragg, sole proprietor of both the Northwest Mining Company and the Blackwood Sanatorium, told the Bugle yesterday that the incident was unfortunate and that a full internal inquiry had been launched. He also claimed that Bernstein had been trespassing on sanatorium grounds without permission. It is believed that the assault arose from an argument about Bernstein's camera, which was confiscated immediately prior to the attack. It sounds like someone was investigating the sanatorium, a la Outlast, and the dude was immediately attacked a la Outlast. Now, it's like a love story to Outlast, the game I didn't think needed a love story or love letter. Whatever, I don't care. This game is definitely creepy. It's not as creepy as Outlast because Outlast constantly puts you in a state of, danger. This game definitely has that, but it also feels like the quiet lull parts actually feel like quiet lulls. While in Outlast, it just felt like, alright, what's gonna kill me next? Report follows. The initial state of the 12 miners at the collapse of the mine, the subsequent rescue, etc. On receipt of the 12 patients at the sanatorium's medical facility, we had fully expected to find emaciated shells of men starved and confused. Thankfully, the miners appeared cognate and relatively healthy. So this is after 3 weeks of 12 men surviving this mine shaft. Now, we already know that 30 men went in. So attributed by the apparent discovery of emergency food supplies in the mine. Inhibited respiratory function was detected in a few of the older men, as predicted, as well as symptoms of pneumonia. Psychologically, after being trapped for 23 days, the shock of reintegration has been difficult for some of the group. Though their outward health is better than expected, they do seem affected by their time in the mine. Due to the delicate nature of some of the patients, we have closed off a wing of the sanatorium. Psychological evaluations will take place as soon as possible. The men with respiratory problems have undergone a bronchoscopy and prescribed a course of streptoflumicin. The others will be kept under strict 24-hour observation. So, 12 of the miners survived. That's actually very different than I expected. Like, the game tells you more or less that there was a mine incident, and it makes it sound like 30 men went in, no one came out, but 12 men survived due to emergency rations. I don't know. That could be anything, though. Because, what if, say for example, what if all 12 men ate human, What if only one of them did? What if one dude made it out that's not included in the original 12, it could be anything. That's not enough information to... I don't want to reach for that knife. If something grabs me, I'm going to scream.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Gross.
Well, yeah, it's gross, you moron, but grab it if you're this close to it. No, that's a knife. Just a machete. All right. Yeah, we're packing heat now. Speaking of packing heat, why'd you throw away your rifle, you moron? Just because it locked up once doesn't mean it's I know it's broken. I'm giving him a hard time. It's like, run out of bullets. Well, I guess I'm done with that. Throw the gun away. What an idiot. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that he has the knowledge to fix it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, sweet, it's a restraining chair and there's blood on the seat. Sounds like a good time was had in here. I swear if something jumps out, I'm gonna scream. I hate this. This combines my least favorite things. Being trapped in a sanatorium with curtains. I hate curtains. Curtains are easily the most manipulative and terrifying thing you can do in a horror game. Because a wall brings you safety. If a wall is separating you from a murderer, you don't gotta worry about the murderer, because there's a wall. If there's a curtain, it provides just enough safety where you think you're completely alone in a room. Then you grab the curtain and you move it, and all of a sudden, you are no longer alone in a room. That's the worst. I hate the curtains in my own house, and I live here. There's a curtain in my bathroom that every time I go to poop, I open, because I'm terrified one of the days I open it, or one of the days I sit down, someone's gonna open it for me, and I don't want that. I'll be pooping, I won't be able to do nothing about it. How many days will they keep us here? So apparently, they kept the miners here for a long time, which actually, I'm not... Any horror situation with a sanatorium, I'm gonna think Outlast, because that was the first horror game to do it really, really well. Okay. That was a wolf shadow. That doesn't have to be my mind playing tricks on me. That's just a fucking wolf. I ain't playing that game. Alright, going to the next room. Okay, so like, this makes me think that the people at the sanatorium were hiding something. The sanatorium itself might have been on the up and up, but something about the miners kept them from wanting anyone from the outside world to know. The broken camera we found was obviously from the investigator that had come up here on the mountain, and the people at the sanatorium say that he was attacked because he was snooping around, but he had even, talked about previously that he had set up an interview. So, I don't know. Reply immediately. Reporters and other snoopers to be kept away at all costs. On the back of a telegram. Incident update.
I wouldn't want press snooping around this paradise.
12 survivors received a sanatorium. Stop. Showing signs of mental trauma may need to contain. Stop. Local press now have scent of blood. Stop. Becoming a problem. Stop. Please advise further. Huh. Now, what did the miners find, or what happened to the miners that involved the sanatorium going full-on psycho and locking them up into their own ward, keeping them separated from everyone and everything else? Now, that was a cool close-up of a skeleton. Thank you for that. That's what I needed. It's one of those chemistry classroom skeletons too, like that. Yeah.
What chem classrooms have you been in with skeletons?
Oh, maybe not chemistry.
Biology or A&P?
Yeah, biology. Why is there a skeleton in here? to show the dangers of using the wrong chemicals. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. My bad. Shouldn't have mentioned that there was a skeleton in my chemistry class. Does this usually a biology lab when we're not in here? Nope. Okay. Nope, that's my personal skeleton. I brought it from home. Like, oh, that's someone's arm. Wait, is it on like a... What is it doing? It's moving back and forth. What is that?
Whoa. Feeding them?
Is this what... Okay, that's a bear trap. That is a bear trap around his fingers. Did I just lose those fingers and there's a wolf? Oh, I'm gonna die. Did I just kill Mike? Hold on. He's about to cut off... Okay, hold on one second. Whoa, slow down and time out. Am I about to cut off this man's fingers? Give me a second. Gotta look at the guidance totems for this one, because I'm pretty sure I remember someone's fingers getting chopped off. Ah, crap. I thought that was a buzzsaw blade chopping off someone's fingers. That guidance totem was someone's fingers getting stuck in a bear trap. That's exactly the situation we're in right now. So the guidance is that he's gonna happen. He grabbed a machete. Oh God, don't cut off your own fingers, man. Oh God, open bear trap or amputate fingers. I'm gonna try to open the bear trap, you moron. I'm not gonna go straight for it. Gotta cut him off. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, that made it worse. That made it way worse. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Do I open the bear trap again? Oh god, I want to amputate the fingers. That's the last thing I want to do. You got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. Get him out, get him out, get him out, get him out. Oh man. I think I'm killing him. I think I'm literally gonna be the thing that kills him. Okay, amputate the fingers. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know what else to do. Can you do that with that little bit of a machete?
Oh shit.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it either, but it's on. He's on. I can hear it.
Oh, Will's just standing there and staring.
He got his fucking fingers. And there's a wolf coming, and he barely has a machete now.
That was gross to me.
Oh, it was terrifyingly gross.
Ew.
It was nasty. Is the wolf still coming after me? The wolf's like, man, I made him cut off his own fingers. That was gross. I'm not going in there. That's nasty. Oh, freaking psycho. Okay, well now we're still out of our lives, but we're 2 fingers short. I'm wondering if I didn't grab that hand, I mean, I wouldn't have lost my fingers, right? Like, you know, nothing would have anything come from that.
But Caleb, you have to realize, he has to tell you something.
What?
He hopes you understand.
What are you saying?
Well, now he'll tell you something. He wants to hold your hand.
No, stop it. So there's a baby skull in that jar. That's good.
We get it, you think?
So now strange skull in a jar. Great. Now, so here's the thing with that. The guidance totem was showing me getting my hand chopped off by the bear trap. So makes me think that was gonna happen anyway. I mean, maybe not anyway, but that it should have happened at the very least.
Yeah, he should have had his hands, freaking fingers.
What? Oh, a rat came out of the dude's mouth. That was a picture from my nightmares. Security card for the chapel. If this thing grabs me, I'm gonna scream. Hey, he worked security in the chapel.
Okay, let's check this
Good for me. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. Spent a lot of time rambling on about, you know, theories and also dead bodies and got our fingers chopped off, so that just adds on to the Saw goodness. Anything you want to add, William?
Oh, man, that hand is gnarly, dude.
Yeah, it's a gnarly hand. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you've been enjoying.
Is he holding the lantern with his 3-finger
Yes,
hand?
he is.
Which fingers did he chop off? I want to know if he can
His left hand.
Ring and pinky.
Yeah.
Still flip you off? Yes.
Yes, you can.
Cool.
I hereby certify that I attended deceased from this point in time, and saw her alive. Wait, okay. I'm gonna pick this up in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you're enjoying. Like and comment down below if you want to see more of this game. Hit the little bell icon once you subscribe to be notified when the next episode comes out. Until then, we'll see you guys in the next Until Dawn episode. Bye, guys.
I was just watching him cut off his fingers. It was like, ew.